G'day and welcome back. Today we got a few projects happening on the big Hilux. Number one, first on the list, just gave this a good old wash. Currently degreasing her up now. I just sanded it down using a wide brush, getting rid of all the old oil and contaminants, all the old rust. Just a bit of a mess, but that's all good. Currently what we're going to be doing next is I'm trying to tighten the alternator belt up, as currently it is quite the loosey-goosey. If we hit under here, let me head under there, right above, that's your aircon belt. That's nice and tight. These two are your water pump and your water pump and your alternator belt. They're a bit loosey-goosey. Yeah. Then that's your power steering one. That one could be tightened a bit, but it's not too bad. Doesn't move as much as these two. But anyways, that's what's happening. Paint wise, I'm going to be using some zinc quick dry animal stuff. This stuff right here should work just fine. I'm also going to be buying some primer, and might I just say, for $22, this is not good. $22 you pay something and you only used it once. Unbelievable quality, unbelievable. Right, so might quickly clean that up. I also took out the battery because it is currently a bit of a pain trying to get this part out, as that's right there. That is your tensioner for the alternator. That's what tensions it. But there's a lock bolt right there, and it's right where this is. So I need to try and remove that. And in order to that, I need to loosen the aircon pulley. I also need to try and remove it. And I could leave the belt there. And then loosen the lockup belt and then tighten it up. So it's a bit of a job, not fun at all, but has to be done, because don't know about you, but I don't want my belts coming off. So yeah, fun times. If you are enjoying this episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notifications. That way you can help support for more videos just like this. Righto, so making some good progress. Didn't ended up needing to take off that belt, the aircon belt, as for somehow I managed to get it with 30mm socket and a 1/4 inch ratchet. Did phenomenal. Loosened it, managed to get it around here, around that, and then slipped it right in, tightened her up. Loosened it, then tightened this up, and then went back and tightened it up. Check that out, nice and tight. That is what we like to see. Aircon belts nice and tight. So that's nice and tight. a win in my books, if you ask me. Power steering, it seems loose, but it doesn't shake like compared to these two. So I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm not sure when it comes towards the aircon belt. I tried to loosen this, but this is all seized up, so yeah, that's fun. Because supposedly you should loosen that up and it should move once you loosen that bolt up, but yeah, not sure. It's tight again, so should be okay. If not, I'll go back and have a look at it. Times better. Might try and get some rust converter as well. See if I can convert all this rust. Other side, still we got a bit of a rust spot right there, but overall she's not too bad. She came out phenomenal. Next job on the list is we're gonna also have to try and drain this coolant. I'm not very happy with it because if you check the overflow bottle, well, she's empty now, but inside there is pink. But if you open her up in here, she is, ooh, that's orange. Did buy some radiator flush. This is just some Penrite stuff, it was on sale too. I also got like 10 liters of Penrite red, which is what this car needs. So it's gonna have some fresh coolant. I also did off camera that the rear diff, the transfer and the manual transmission all came out beautiful, like normal wear and tear, but superb. However, for this front diff, I did round off the bolt, the fill bolt. So my plan is for that one is I'm gonna try and get a one of those socket removal things that have splines, hammer it on there, and then I'll have to try and get a new one first before I think about doing that. I also need to book this in for wheel alignment. As you can see on the right, possibly, it's got a bit of camber, so it's going this way a bit, whereas this one is perfectly straight. So yeah, I'll book that in, plus the tyre is starting to wear on the inside, which is not good. I'm also going to get them to rotate the tyres. So I have the back ones on the front ones on the back. That way we got a nice set. It's do pretty good.
Alrighty then, so currently we're going to be dropping that lower radiator hose as a petcock that you can use to drain the coolant wasn't functioning properly. So we're going to drain that and hope for the best.
Alright, so as you can see, this is the overflow bottle. As you can see inside, she's nice and pink. It's a bit dirty, but I will clean her out. Pretty much orange, yucky, and disgusting. Saw a bit of pink come out. You can see a bit of drops here and there, but yeah, that's not ideal. Not ideal at all. So this thing takes 10 liters in total. Right now we got We got 5.5 liters, so there's going to be like around 4 liters left inside here and in the intercooler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that up. I'm going to fill the radiator with water, and then I'm going to add some of this radiator flush on it. Only takes 7 minutes, it claims. It's supposed to handle 15 liters as well. This is only a 10 liter system, so it should be more than fine. Then I'll run the heater and I'll put the battery back first as well. And then while it's doing that, we can give the bash plate a good lick of paint. I was gonna like prep it more, put primer on it, put rust converter, but it's only a cheap bash plate. I can easily get a new one, and worst case, if after I do this it starts peeling and I'm not happy with it, I'll just do it again properly. But for now, it's a quick job. Yeah, quickly clean out that, put the battery back, clean out that, put the lower radiator hose back, and then we'll fill it up with water, put some radiator flush, run it for 7 minutes, and then we'll drain it again. And so I quickly just clean up the bottom now. It's looking a bit better. Got most of the old stains and whatnot out of there, which is good. Just gonna put it back right now. Then, so we got our water source. We got our radiator flush. So it says here, cooling system. We done that. Shake radiator flush well before use. We'll get that underway. And then refill radiator with clean water whilst adding radiator flush. So we'll add this first, I reckon. It's got a little cap here, little bit of foil. Take that off. We'll dump it in there. Give it a nice good flush. I'll also add water back in that overflow, just so it's got something as well. I'll quickly make sure there's no leaks. Good stuff. I need a new hose for sure, it's leaking everywhere. You can hear it go in. Awesome. Now, ideally you should be using the mineralized water, but it should be okay. So we got that radiator flush with it. Make sure there's no leaks underneath. I know it looks like it's leaking, but that's because of this stupid hose. It's actually not leaking from the lower hose. That's all stains that can't come off unless I really agitate it, but it's just going back in here, so it will be fine. I also cleaned up this area around here, so it also looks a million times better as well. Go. Make sure I'm not sitting on any nice and heavy. Good stuff. Back on. Oh, definitely got power now. Tighten her up. Now, this is one of the amazing products I found on the internet. It's called a spill-proof funnel. You can get it from like your local tool shop, or order it online. Pretty much what it is you want, when you're filling up your cooling system, you want it to be in the highest point. That way all the air bubbles will escape. It comes with all these different attachments. You got European ones, you got Australian design ones. Like, it pretty much has everything you need. Okay, you just pretty much find the one you're looking for. So that's ours right there. That's awesome, winning. And then it's got like this valve, this plastic valve that you can open and shut. That way once you're full of coolant, you can easily shut it and it will close right there. It's a pretty nifty little feature. I'll try and link in the description if I can find it. Or you put it over there. That way we can fill it up with some water. There we go. Alrighty, so it's been around 20 minutes. So I actually have read it properly. 7 minutes cleaning time, 10 to 15 minutes using time. So you leave your engine on for 10 to 15 minutes. I did it for longer. I took this off for a minute. It was bubbling up and you can feel it nice and warm. And I did have the heat on. It's nice and hot now. So pretty much all of our coolant has gone I mean, a radiator flush has gone through the entire system, which is good. So I'm gonna let it cool down for a bit, as it's gonna be scalding hot. Ended up starting to paint the bash plate now. Looking not too shabby. Oh, could be better, but it's just a quick 5-minute paint job. Yeah, definitely need to tidy up my area soon. Bit of a mess, but yes. And this is the coolant I'm using. It's just some OEM coolant. Nice, that will do the job just fine. Yeah, winning. Alright, so cooling system is now done. I spent like 30 minutes trying to make sure it's nice and properly bled. Hopefully it is. Heat works now. It's nice and warm. Cleaned it up, put it all back. So now we're good to go on that department. One last thing I wanna do is I wanna change this fuel filter, as I don't know what the previous sonar was like. Got a nice Ryker one. 252X. That's what it looks like. It's just a canister sort of one. So first thing we need to do, from what I can see, is we need to remove this air box. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this hose. This is a 10mm. Fancy seeing a 10mm on a Japanese car. Take all these 4 clips off. It's got a bit of water because I did clean it yesterday. Good to see how the seals are. There we go, pops right off. Put this off to the side. There's our filter. Bit dirty, but looks alright. Put this over here off camera. 3 bolts. I'm assuming they're 10 mils, 13 for sure. See, this YTL is better than this one. There you go, look at that, still all together. It's got a safety lock that stops it from getting off. Beautiful design, love it. Then there's where your fuel line would be. All right, plenty of space, look at that. Beautiful. So what we need to do is slide this down, or we'll pull it out. So we'll wrap it around. We need to keep this white part, because this is our sensor. Actually pretty clean. New filter is finally installed, which took a bit of a mission. As you can see, brand new Ryker filter. Ended up having to use one of these massive clamps and some vice grips. Look at the absolute abomination that it has caused. Oh, so if you're doing this job, it actually goes clockwise. So righty loosey, lefty tighty. If that helps. A new O-ring. I've also lubricated it with some fuel and filled up the new filter with some fuel as well. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to start priming it. What I have to do is press the button. From my experience, you press it until it starts to get really tight. I could hear fuel priming for. Shouldn't be too difficult since there's already fuel in the lines. I could hear it gurgling. Put put the mic over here. I'm gonna crank it, see if it's got any, see if that's enough. 4, look at that. Making sure I follow the instruction. There we go. I don't see any leaks anyway. Fuel lines look good. I'll double check again once I take it for a test drive. Yeah, overall, wish it was a lot of a simpler job, but we got there in the end. Make sure everything's tight. Hoses just look good. All right. And for those of you that are wondering how the paint job's going, I mean, she's not the best, but she'll get the job done. That's the battery clamp. Turned out all right. Then there's the bash plate. Looks good. Looks like Raptor coating if I'm being completely honest, but yeah, I don't mind it. You're not gonna see it really. It was more try and clean it up a bit. I don't mind it. Probably later on might change the color, might do white to match the body, but yeah, I'm happy with that. This looks a lot better as well. Yeah, overall, I need to definitely clean up this area. Absolute mess. But yeah, show you guys the coolant as well. It looks orange. I don't know. It's pink, but I think there's still dirt in the system. Yeah, it's pink. It's probably leftover residue. I'm gonna start cleaning up this area, putting the bash plate back on, putting the battery clamp back on. I'm gonna gurney out this area because it's full of diesel. And then yeah. And just like that, all good to go. Got my mic, but hopefully this video was helpful, gave you a few tips and tricks. If not, just good content to watch. But anyways guys, I'll see you in the next one. Adios.